Hi, welcome to my channel. My name is Annie, and this is Unity Consciousness. Thank you so much for stopping by today. I'm so glad you did. I'd like to welcome our new subscribers and also thank those of you returning for this week's energy update. Let's jump in. This week on Wednesday, we have Mars leaving the sign of Virgo and entering the sign of Libra. Mars in Libra gives us a supreme passion for relationships and collaboration. It wants those collaborations to be balanced and harmonize with each other. But the downside of it can be indecision. We may get caught up in weighing our options a little bit more than usual. So just be mindful of that if that starts kicking in, that's Mars and Libra asking us to check everything out before we actually commit. It's all about justice though. We do want justice to be served in those relationships. Then on the 7th, which is Thursday, we have Black Moon Lilith is going to square the Sun. Black Moon Lilith in the sign of Scorpio is going to square the Sun, which is in Leo. This is a fixed square. So we've got very challenging energy. There is a crisis point that needs a decision being made. It's very possible with Scorpio energy here and Black Moon Lilith in Scorpio. She's seeing or sensing hidden secrets, false truths, or facades, perhaps, that could be based on ego, someone's ego, or maybe storytelling that is stretching it just a little bit. The choice that's being asked is, it's creating tension. There's tension that's being created so that we can make a choice. The choice can create the need for courage as we make that choice. It could be a choice of the heart because it's Leo here, and Leo has a lot to do with heart. So there could be some courage that's necessary, especially with Mars going into Libra. There could be some very, very much relational aspects here that require courage coming from the heart and wanting personal liberation, because Black Moon Lilith is in the sign of Scorpio and she's all about personal liberation here and digging deep. On that would be Friday of this week, we have a very important day, and it's the day before the full moon, but is the 8-8 portal, Lionsgate portal. And this Lionsgate portal is very important this year because it's going to kick off a kite pattern in the astrological sky, and it really supports this 8-8 portal. The Lionsgate portal is supporting accelerated evolution. It really feels like a collective awakening on so many levels. So Mars, as soon as Mars dips into Libra, 2 days later is going to be forming a grand trine, the completion of a grand trine in the sky, because Mars will be trine Pluto, Mars will be trine Uranus, and Mars is going to oppose Neptune and Saturn, creating a kite in the sky, which is a grand air trine and 2 sextiles. We're familiar with the 2 sextiles. The 2 sextiles would be Uranus, which is very near, conjunct Sedna, within a degree of orb, and that sextile to Neptune and Saturn, both that are retrograde in the sign of Aries. And then you have Pluto, which is retrograde in the sign of Aquarius, is sextile the Neptune and Saturn in Aries. That great sextile is all about the new human. It's all about new earth. It's really helping us to realign or rewrite what we know. And this kite formation with Mars stepping into 1 degree of Libra in the sign of Libra it's a kite and it wants perfection. A kite is it's a beneficial energy. With Mars trine Uranus, there could be a very surprising aspect here that comes in, a very fortunate aspect that comes in out of nowhere creating change, because we've got Sedna here, a metamorphosis of sorts. Mars opposite Saturn and Neptune is, there could be some restrictions. There might be a surprise that comes in that feels very beneficial, but then all of a sudden there's a restriction that comes in, as well as the need to get rid of any waste. Get rid of any waste whatsoever, especially where there's disappointment. You're just done with it. You're ready to move on from it. And the perfection of Mars trine Uranus and Sedna, and Mars opposite Saturn and Neptune is going to occur on Friday. So this energy really starts coming in on Friday, but it's going to carry us through the weekend, because on Sunday we're going to have that same Mars in Libra is going to trine Pluto. And that energy is all about focus and dedication. It is all about, because Mars is in Libra, we are looking at collaborations from an Aquarian standpoint, making sure that we know who we are, where we stand in the group, what we stand for in the group, and what the group stands for overall. So this kite really wants perfection. It's a dynamic flow of energy, and it's bringing in opportunities for collaboration, but they have to be authentic. They have to be genuine. They have to be. We could be on an accelerated path of evolution. We've got Uranus here. And the polarity of Mars opposite Saturn and Neptune is really providing the passion for relationships. But those relationships have to be transparent, honest, authentic. They really need to walk the walk. There can't be any deceit. There can't be any illusions. No mirroring effects. Even though no one's looking, you need that whoever you're collaborating with to have your back, even though nobody's looking. It's an either-or scenario with this kite, and whatever collaboration that comes in has to meet your level of authenticity, or you won't want any part of it. And it's going to be really easy to shed, because the very next day is the full moon in Aquarius. That is a closeout of energy that began late last January. January 29th was when we had our new moon in Aquarius. This is a wild card of energy that's ruled by Uranus, and Uranus again is part of this kite. So this kite energy is, like I said, it's going to begin on Friday, but it's moving right through the weekend. And the full moon, it's going to bring a choice, definitely a choice of metamorphosis. It's conscious, it's practical, it's honest, and it's aligned. You really can let go of people, places, and things, groups of belonging, or some part that you play in it, because again, this is Aquarian energy, affording yourself the freedom, sovereignty, truth, and transparency that you deserve. Saturn and Neptune are in Aries. You are looking out for the self. You understand who you are at a core, pure essence level, and you understand how you fit into and integrate into a collective group of understanding. And if there's not copacetic energy here, you're going to be able to just let it go. Just let it go. An element of surprise and partnerships is here. Like I said, we have Mars in Libra with that trine energy to Uranus is definitely a surprise and partnership. And that surprise and partnership may be what kicks all this off. And it's going to ask for some introspection, because we've got several planets that are retrograde, and also transformation, because we got Sedna here, and she's all about metamorphosis. Now, what's interesting to note, we still have 7 planets that are at 0 to 2 degrees of their sign, And that's incredible to me. So these are new beginnings that are truly aligning with our pure essence. Okay? Well, that's all I have for you this week. I decided to use the Wild Reflections Tarot deck. I really like this deck. It's a super cool deck by Wyspell. But I do want to note that the illustrations are by Olena Sidenko. She's the illustrator because they are phenomenal. And the card that jumped out, this does not surprise me, the Three of Pentacles. It takes three people to create wealth, to create things, and it's a culmination of that. Keywords: teamwork, shared goals, collaboration, apprenticeship, effort, pooling energy. The Three of Pentacles represents expanding skills and knowledge, teamwork, and implementation. This card is a sign that the asker will be able to achieve great success with the collaborative support of a team. I love that. Furthermore, the asker has been implementing their goals and will likely achieve success. Their hard work will soon pay off, and they can expect a reward, whether it is financial or simply a deep sense of satisfaction and pride. And that brings that Leo sun into play. Well, thank you so much for joining me today. If you like this video, please do click the like button. If you want to know when videos are being dropped, click the subscribe button. If you have any comments or suggestions, post them in the comment box below. You know I always like to hear from you. I hope you have a fabulous week. Oh, and please also allow me to apologize. Last week I produced the video, and it's a several-step process, and I realized too late last week that I didn't publish the video. I'm telling you, this Mercury retrograde has got me a little spinny. So thank you so much for sticking with me. Thank you so much for your understanding. I hope you have a fabulous week of collaborations, surprises in relationships, and letting go of those things that no longer serve you, especially in groups. Have a great week. Namaste.